The essay that we picked was one that was so moving and really highlights our conversations that we have around this country about the seriousness of mental health. And so let's give it up for Moira Johnson from Montgomery Blair High School, our winner. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Moira Johnson. I'm a senior at Blair, and our teacher basically told us about this assignment, and we did it for a class project, and I wrote mine about my experience with my mom's cancer treatment, basically. She's now a survivor of breast cancer.
So today is the day. It's really exciting to see Moira Johnson, a fellow Blazer, be able to experience what it's like to be a council member for a day. So hopefully this will be a great experience for her. It certainly has opened the eyes of folks before her who have understood about the process here in Rockville, what it is that we do, how important it is, and also how you can play a part in shaping what's happening here in your own community. One of the first things is you can't be a council member without a Montgomery County Council pin, so that'll be the first thing that I give to her, but then she's got a huge packet like this with all kinds of great information about what we're going to be talking about today.
I wanted you to just have the materials, don't let that be too intimidating to you. And then you get an official.
Yes, that's a good idea.
There's a pen in there.
Some of the things we're actually going to be doing straw votes on, and so it's going to be a busy day. It's going to be very exciting and give her a great experience as to what it's like to be a council member. So now we have a fire drill. You know, there's nothing that's staged here on the Montgomery County Council. There's always something going on.
Let's go. He's carrying his breakfast.
Oh, Sydney actually brought his breakfast. See, so some council members are truly dedicated to their breakfast, and so he did not want
the fact that I already ate part of it. Don't let that get in the way. Yeah, I mean, the thought
Why
was
let
there.
a fire drill interrupt the time for you to eat? I mean, I
Does this make you
agree.
feel like you're at school or what? You get a fire drill. Absolutely.
I'm like, well,
Absolutely.
I'm already eating.
But more, what have you learned so far?
Not to show up
breakfast
early.
is important.
So any legislative requests, zoning requests,
Really, no. I'm pretty good for now.
Do you have any packets today?
I do. I have an introduction to change carbon monoxide to carbon dioxide to carbon monoxide. Right.
A little bit different, yeah.
See? just ask the high school students. And whereas Ms. Johnson's winning entry for the Councilmember for a Day Challenge was an essay that focused on parental illness and the impact that it has on children. And whereas Ms. Johnson's creativity, intellect, and interest in public service is clearly illustrated by her winning essay. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the County Council of Montgomery County, Maryland hereby congratulates Moira Johnson and recognizes her as Council Member for a Day in Montgomery County, presented this 6th day of March in the year 2018, signed by our Council President, Hans Reamer.
Actually, I found it really interesting. I thought I was going to have to, pretend for some of it, but there were a lot of things that were heated.
I can't agree with you at all. I believe that Glen Hills has not been treated fairly. I think they've been treated unfairly for all these years.
And people were passionate.
What I would ask is that if you are going to do some of these things, separate them out. Don't put them in a package together, because there's a whole bunch of stuff that I feel is a waste of time.
Establish it through a future resolution.
There were people who came in for specific issues, and so, I don't know, it just kept it really interesting.
And now we have a show of hands. All those in favor of the consent calendar, please raise your hand. And that is unanimous. Does our council member for a day, you may raise your hand. Your vote will not count, I'm sorry to say, but you may participate as you desire.
Symbolic, that's right. That's symbolic participation.
Most of the time, Craig was telling me what the topics were, how everybody is really trying to help the community, but they all have different ways of getting there. And so it was really helpful to understand each side. And so he would point out, who are the environmental activists or who's here from the area. So he was just walking me through each and every comment and what it meant and really the whole weight of the situation.
I'm very briefly going to address my remarks to Councilmember for a Day, Moira Johnson. It's great that you're here, and I really like this program that Councilmember Rice has implemented. Hardware and
George was basically to give a story about how septic tanks work.
You know, a primary duty of the job is the disposal of human waste, and that's what we're discussing. And what happens when you flush your toilet? That's the topic before us today. So you're here today, so you're going to come away with the knowledge of this subject.
I was really surprised at how interested I got into this debate over septic versus sewage.
Most of the areas that we're talking about prefer septic over sewer.
Because it's not something that would regularly interest me, but I got very, I don't know, I got very invested. Even got the chance to share one of my personal experiences with my grandparents.
Because my grandparents live in a town called Newport, Arkansas, but they had a septic system for a long time. You guys were talking about temporary solutions, the sand mounds, and while those are all great, you know, the fact that you guys are giving an option of sewage and water, like that's, I don't know, to me that's pretty awesome. But I'm just surprised that we haven't done that yet, because my family's from Newport, Arkansas. Like there's like 15,000 in the whole area, you know? So the idea that they've already done that kind of shocked me a little bit.
Good.
Well, the mysteries of the county council may continue to surprise
prophetic
you.
words. So I just thought, Mr. President, that was great to share. Thank you very much, Ms.
Can you
Johnson.
come back every week, please? Yeah.
Oh, it's been great. We actually had a very, very interesting morning that involved a 5-4 vote on the council. We delved into a number of different issues beyond just water, sewer.
At the end of the day, hopefully, the majority of those decisions that we have are ones that truly represent where a majority of our constituents are, or where a majority of people will be able to benefit from those types of decisions that we're making. So it was an absolute pleasure.
Nice to hang out with you.
So it really was a great opportunity to be able to showcase some of the great things that go on and the myriad of different topics that we cover.
Still keeping in contact, and let me know. So you come up with some ideas, things, and you're like, you know what? What about this?
Septic system.
There you go. Exactly. There you go.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. So always just please keep in touch, and it's been awesome. So thank you very much.